June 14, 2019. Alex Green. Journal 1/Therapy Writing. What I love about Anna. It's difficult to describe seeing voices as colors. People don't understand when you tell them how whispers look like smoke, men usually speak in blue, or babies cry a vibrant white. I don't have words for the feeling of going to a noisy bar to watch the colors of 100 voices dance across the ceiling like the northern lights. I guess that was the hard part, the feeling of it all. My world was so strange to them, so incredibly foreign, that they would never understand. So I gave up trying years ago. It's not a bad thing, I lived in my world and they lived in theirs. The friends I have now don't even know I had a condition. This is why, when they would ask what I loved most about Anna, I would tell the smallest of lies. I'd tell them that she was beautiful, smart, funny, and that perfect kind of weird that lets you know a person isn't afraid to be who they are. All of those things were true, are true, but they were not the thing I loved most about Anna. The thing I loved most about Anna is that her laugh was purple. I think I've mentioned this next paragraph in our sessions, but I forgot, so ignore it if I have. We first met at a bar. I was out with friends, but I mostly just watched the colors around me. Most voices came out like a sound wave, usually in red, yellow, or blue hues. Those waves would react, collide, and make new colors just like paint on a palette. This turned noisy bars into a light show. I was watching that show when I saw her laugh, way before I saw her, high above the waves. Her laugh was like nothing I had ever seen. It exploded in front of me, like a firework going off in a pitch-black room, an eruption of violet stars that blinded me to everything else. I watched it soar above the rest and I wanted to live in those stars. My friend says that I just stepped away, mid-conversation, and shoved through a half-dozen people to talk to her. I, of course, don't remember any of that. The time between when I first saw those stars and when I arrived in front of her is a blank. I remember blurting out to a visibly confused girl that her laugh looked like purple stars, without even a hello, and she very graciously decided to not call the police. I wish I could say that we hit it off immediately, but that would be insulting to her patience with me. She describes me as desperate. I prefer to say earnest. I will admit that I may have been trying too hard, but only because I wanted to make her laugh and see those stars again. Unfortunately for me, I wasn't very funny at that time. She would say that I'm not funny now, but I've seen those stars enough times since then to know that that's not true. In any case, I asked her out, and in a moment of insanity, she said yes. One date turned into 2 dates, which turned into date ing. We found things we had in common and, eventually, spent enough time together that we created more. We liked each other and ball.